This is going to be a love reading for Cancer. What we see from the cards is someone who, regardless how hard they try, they cannot really ever completely let go of you or let go of the memory of you. And with the first card, we can actually immediately see that energy all around this person. In fact, we have the Four of Pentacles. And with the Four of Pentacles, we see an image of someone that cannot let go of something. As you see right here, this person is holding to that Pentacles as though their life depended on it. And in a way, they really think that it does. As usual, the 4, it's a number that reflects stability. And they know that the moment where they will actually let go of that pentacle, they might have to reconsider everything into their life, from not only their future, but also in general, the past. And so what this is telling us is that they are being very stubborn as well regarding how things went in the past. We see here, in fact, that you probably had to deal with someone who was very hard to communicate with, very hard to make them understand things that to you instead were pretty simple and pretty straightforward. And that same pattern, that same behavior that they had back then is actually with them still now, but just applied to different things. And these things that we see now are definitely that they cannot let go of the idea of being with you, if not today, at least sometimes into the future. They see you as their treasure, and they definitely feel as though they lost something that it's really hard to come across once, let alone multiple times in a lifetime. But also from this card, I see your frustration. I see why at some point you also wanted to get away from this person, because there was a lot happening around a situation that was meant to be just love. And so all this effort, all these things that you had to do in order to maintain this situation stable, it was just too much. Dealing every day with someone possessive, someone very stubborn, can really take you to exhaustion. And I think that that's exactly where you ended up at some point. And right here with these two cards, we actually are having two opposite energies. You can see with the Death card reversed that we are talking about someone who does not want to let go. They do not want to change. They do not want this situation to end. And they're willing to do anything that it takes in order to keep trying, in order to not give up. Death is major arcana. It's definitely an energy that it's hard to fight against. But regardless of how hard that can be, they're really trying their best in order for this change not to happen. Which means that probably at some point you decided to not talk to them. You decided to completely cut them off your life. And what they did here was keep texting you, trying to call you day and night. And if maybe you blocked them, or in a way you prevented them to contact you, they might have started talking to other people around you in order to get your attention, in order to be able to talk to you again. But they do have this pride that is showing up also with the Four of Pentacles, which often gets externed with their being stubborn. And so if they don't see these results that they're hoping for whenever they're trying to resist this change, then what they do is trying to show you that they are letting go of the situation and that at the end of the day, they don't really need you. The Five of Cups to me in this case is just the attempt from them to let you go, but in a pretty loud way. They want you to know that they're over you. They want you to know that they're fine with the fact that you might not be talking to them, but just by the act of making this thought loud so that you can hear it, to me that means that it's just a show. They're still trying instead to get your attention and overall to communicate with you with the intent to fix things. But we do see that while they're attempting this fake moving on, there is someone new that it's entering their life. We see this Queen of Cups appearing here, which to me, it's really representing a person that wasn't in this picture before. And so going back to that, wanting to be loud and seen in this process of the Five of Cups, they will probably go as far as starting a new relationship so that they have someone to take pictures with and upload them on social medias, or they have someone that people in common, people that you know in common, can talk about in order for you to know that now they have someone new. And the reason why I think so is because these cups that the Queen is bringing are all about emotion, are all talking about an emotional situation that is showing up into the picture, and it definitely cannot be the two of you given what we've seen so far, given the context of the cards and the direction of this reading. But immediately after, we see that we have a confirmation of the fact that they are hiding a lot underneath the surface. With the Two of Pentacles, in fact, they are trying to juggle the truth and the lies. They are hoping to be seen as someone happy, someone in a honeymoon phase where everything is perfect. They want you to see them as though they found a soulmate. But the other pentacle instead is actually containing the truth, which is the fact that this is not what it's really happening. What they're trying to achieve instead is just be seen by you, so that maybe you could feel sad to not have them, and maybe you could contact them, asking maybe to meet, to talk. And with this card right here, Six of Swords reversed, we see their inability to move on. To them, this is way too painful, so much that we see how much they're doing in order to try to have you back. This is a lot of work, but in their head, it's the only way possible, the only way to be happy again and to be happy again with you. And so right here we see that they're not feeling as though they can move on. They're not planning to move on anytime soon. And with these two clarifier cards, we can see what they're trying to do deep inside. They're trying to hide and to bury the real feelings. They're trying to act as though they're strong and they don't need you, they don't need your love. With animals, in fact, we have an energy that it's way more logical than emotional, way more physical than spiritual. They're trying to act as though this is not going to hurt them, and the reason why they want you back is just because they are attracted to you, and because at this point they're used to being in a relationship with you. They're familiar with that and they just want it back. But the truth is that they're trying to hide the emotional side of this, trying to hide the real reason why they want you back, and trying to hide the fact that they are really hurt about the situation. And in order to understand how these energies will evolve, make sure to check out the extended reading link below. And also, if you would like me to make a follow-up reading at the end of the month to see if we have an update on these energies, make sure to comment with a hashtag #follow-up down below.